My name is Haruki Nakamura. I was 18 when I died in Tokyo. I was reincarnated in another galaxy where I became the son of an exarch. Now, I am Guyôme Afetian, and this is my story. I met Athanase Giuseppe, Prince of Noburg, the year we both turned 9. He looked 15. Not in stature, his cheeks were still round and his voice could still crack. But in his eyes, a commanding emerald green rare even among the red-haired. There was already the gravity of someone who knows he tips the scales of the galaxy, perhaps even the universe. He wasn't a child. He was already a cog in the machine, a dynastic gamble. Our first glimpse of each other happened in the aula of the Royal Academy, a strict boarding school where the next ruling class of the kingdom was forged. Comparative law, rhetoric, geopolitics, mathematics, psychology, sociology, history, fencing, and military strategy. Knowledge without poetry, but forged to bend planets. Everyone in that place carried a name that opened doors. I was the only exarch's son in my cohort. It wasn't an oddity, it was a recognition of my merit. For 3 weeks, the prince didn't say a word to me. He was evaluating me. So was I. I already knew that the first exchange shapes the hierarchy more surely than any decree. When he finally invited me to stroll through the hanging gardens of the prince's palace, a bluish marble edifice that towered over the capital like a verdict, I understood immediately. This was no casual walk. It was an interview. He asked a single question. What do I think of the governance of the Duchy of Murnau? I gave him my opinion and proposed solutions. The answer he expected. The art of power is speaking truth when possible, and finding the necessary solutions when it's not. He nodded. The test was over. The companionship had begun. The years that followed were a slow weaving of silent rituals. I was his companion, never his friend. He never shared his fears or his dreams. He gave me something better, functional trust. I read his margin notes, edited his drafts, deciphered the trade reports from the many planets under his rule, pored over his star charts and interplanetary routes, reviewed his psychological profiles of far-flung exarchs. He had a voracious memory, iron discipline, and an ambition colder than a space corridor. I quickly learned I wasn't the only one wearing a mask. Athanase was becoming a prince every day, through discipline, revision, and sacrifice. He polished his role like one sharpens a blade, until the metal disappears and only the cut remains. And me? I was no longer the invisible teen from Tokyo, nor entirely Guyôme Afetian. I was becoming the silent needle that sets the clock, too fine to be seen but essential for telling time. From the son of an exarch to the trusted advisor of a prince in the making, he learns that influence is not seized by the sword, but through strategy, silence, and memory. The Shadow of Princes, Chronicles of the Red Kings, Tome 1, a sweeping tale of political anticipation, intellectual formation, and veiled loyalties, where every word matters, every glance carries weight, and every decision redraws the order of the stars. Available now on Amazon.